Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm very excited. I have Nanea's two-piece swimsuit, and in addition to opening and reviewing this one, I'm going to compare it to her original island swimsuit. Uh, the only reason I can do that is because that set actually doesn't come with shoes, and all my shoes are in a storage that I can't reach. But since it was all clothes and accessory kind of stuff, it's actually it wasn't anyway. Long story short, it was in an area that I could reach everything. So I'm really excited that I'll be able to do a comparison. But first and foremost, probably the reason you're here is to look at the new two-piece swimsuit. So I did buy this full price. Honestly, because it was to get my June monthly sales purchase list up to free shipping. That's honestly the reason I bought it. Like, I went through the monthly sale page, got what I wanted, used my rewards, and I didn't have that free shipping threshold, and so I just went ahead and got something I want. So I looked at all the things on my historical list, and I'm like, right, what's the one thing I couldn't live without? And this is what I decided on. Not just because it's summer right now, but I've been seeing it a lot on Instagram, and I really liked the fact you could use it for modern and historical. The first thing that jumps out to me is I thought this was redder, but it's actually quite pink. It's a very pink swimsuit. That's perfectly fine. I think pink is going to look great on Nanea. And so this is the top. So it's got a tie for the back and then a Velcro for the neck. It's a cute little top. We've got a pair of bathing pants. Elastic at the back, buttons on the front, so they're real buttons, but they're just for decoration. Then there is a bright hot pink towel. I think you could also pull this off for Julie. Pair of sandals with that ridiculous tag. These remind me of the Love Shack Fancy sandals. Then just sort of the style, and I know I had a hard time putting those on, so this will be an interesting adventure. And then, of course, the oh so amazing inside pamphlet. Get my fingers out of the way. There you go. So there is another piece sort of to this, or I guess another set with the surfboard, the jacket, glasses, and the I don't know. I don't think the shaved ice cone comes in that. I know she's got a shaved ice set, or used to. Maybe she still does. That I'm not sure I'm gonna get. Like, I love the Hawaiian shirt. I think it looks great. I just don't really need the surfboard. So I don't know. Maybe if it goes on sale, but probably not. Not something I'm looking to add to my collection. So that is the pieces of the new Nanea swimsuit collection. So we've got a towel, two-piece swimsuit, and a pair of sandals. And I'm just going to go ahead and cut off very carefully. This, I know I'm going to keep them. So this is very different than the island swimsuit set. So the island swimsuit set also came with a towel. Also came with a swimsuit, but in this case a one-piece versus a two-piece. But instead of flip-flops, you got swimming goggles and a mat. A pretty big mat, like it takes up my whole screen. So I'm gonna put that, I don't even know where to put that. So it's, I think, really hard to compare between these two sets, so I'll compare what I can. But it's like, I don't have other goggles to compare to. I don't have other shoes to compare to. I will say the one thing I do have that I can do apples to apples comparison is the towel. It is almost the same print and design. It's, I think, you can see there's just minor differences, and like they're so minor. So this sort of flower petal design looks like it's going this way, while this looks like it's going that way. These are much brighter design. This is a little bit more subtle, but you could definitely tell they tried to get the essence of it. The other thing is the size difference. Let's see if I can get rid of the rest of this. The pink towel, the new pink towel, is slightly larger. So if I put corner to corner down here, they're almost the same width. Not quite, but almost. But the pink towel is definitely longer. So that might be why the design is a little bit different. You know, you've got more space to work out. So how they did that. And then you can look at the other side. So I think you could definitely use these as reversible if you wanted to. Tags in the same spot, but they are slightly different sizes. So I like that. That's a pretty good thing to compare. In terms of the swimsuits, they really are identical. The only difference is they cut this into 2 pieces. So like this strap here would have been cut here, but if you look at the neckline, so these are made with pleats, which makes that a little bit different to compare to, but their necklines are almost identical. So like I could wrap this around and you'd see it's almost identical. You could put the shorts on top and see it's almost identical. So in terms of fabric usage, you're getting about the same amount of fabric. It's just you like the 2-piece set or the 1-piece set. I feel like Nanea would have multiple swimsuits. So, you know, living in Hawaii, maybe that's just my thought. So I definitely am glad I have both of these. I will put, I don't have Nanea out. She is unfortunately in the storage that I can't reach with the shoes. Yeah, I have this storage area that requires a 10-foot ladder to access at my parents' house. So I don't have access to that. But I do have 2 dolls that I can use. They've been in my recent videos. So I will use Mia and Minerva to show off these 2 outfits and the accessories, just so you can see both on a doll. So I'm going to take a pause, get them dressed real quick, and I'll be back to show them off. Okay, and here is Minerva in the new set and Mia in the older set. In terms of putting swimsuits on, I'm not going to say one is easier than the other. They both have the Velcro around the neck. Though if you're not a fan of tying bows, then you might want to look for the older set because you do have to tie that one. While the older set is just a smocked elastic. So you just sort of pull that up. But you can actually, even from here, you can see the swimsuits are pretty much identical. They just, again, made it into a 2-piece set versus a 1-piece set, different fabric. So it looks like a whole new look. And it, from a sewing standpoint, it's really not all that different. But I don't know, I like... Mia will stand up. I like that they have a new one. I will say probably the hardest part to get on was the goggles. They tried to stay pretty true to form and actually used rubber. If you have the set, you know this. They have used rubber for the goggles, and it does make it kind of difficult to get on. You see Mia's hair is kind of going crazy. So I think they probably could have gotten away with using a string, but I like that they tried to stay I guess true to the time using that rubber. The shoes on the new set look great. And I was thinking about it as I was putting the towels up. You know, I really like that the old set includes a mat. I think that's great. But I think it is a good compromise to have a bigger towel with the new set. If you're not going to have the mat, at least have a bigger towel. So, I don't know. I think both sets are adorable. I think it's great that Nanea now has 2 swimsuits instead of just 1. That way she can alternate, or you can set up a scene and have a friend join her. So So I'm happy to see this. I think overall, the new suit, I'm going to give it an A. I mean, honestly, the only reason I'm not giving it an A plus is just I'm not a huge fan of the shoes. I think the color matching is perfect. I just don't like this particular, and it's really just a, I don't know, I don't want to call it an engineering thing, but with just, I don't know, it's probably just a personal thing, but I struggle to get these shoes on sometimes. And sometimes I feel like the toe just sticks out further than the actual sandal. You can see that. Like, this one doesn't look bad. Like, to me, this is what it should look like, where you've got a little bit of space and then the toe. Well, this one is just the toe is sticking completely off. And that's just, like, yeah, I have to push that back. Like, even now I pushed it back and it's still not exactly. Anyway, that's a very picky thing, but that's the only reason I'm not going to give it an A+, but I think it's a great set. You know, to be honest, with the old set, even though it has more stuff, I'd still probably only give it an A as well because of the difficulty of the goggles. But I do love that it comes with the mat and a towel instead of just the towel. So yeah, that is my review on Nanea's 2 swimsuits, old versus new. Tell me what you think. Which one is your favorite? I hope to do another historical video next, and I'm super excited, and I'll see you next time.